Okay, so look, this is about to be interesting. Okay, so look, ever since I dropped that documentary about Tay Savage, you know, if you followed along, if you followed everything that was going on on the second channel, okay, we had a little back and forth. I ended up on a bit of a tense phone call with Tay Savage himself. You know, words were exchanged, things were removed from the video, etc., etc. And uh, ever since then, I've been in touch with Tay and his team and his management, and they've told me, all right, they've told me that I got to damn near do community service with Tay Savage's team. Look at this. All right, look. This is like Tay Savage warned me about dropping the documentary. There's a few of these little clips. Obviously, the phone call with Tay Savage. He was dissing me on No Jumper the other day. You know, I thought we'd cleared the air, but you know, there was still a little bit of tension. And I'll be honest with you, I got pressed by Tay and his team, and I think I'm still on community service to Welch World because you know, Tay's manager reached out to me and said, "Yo, you got to do us a favor. You got to do a little something for us, okay? You gotta check in, okay, with one of the other Family of Savages artists, all right? One of the Family of Savages that Tay be rocking with, okay? So I promised one of the members, okay, one of the Savages from the crew, all right, to have a little conversation. So we're gonna check in, all right, and I'm gonna find out firsthand if I'm still good, all right, if I'm still 30 over in Welch World, all right. So we're gonna check in basically with a certain individual. I just got to start my virtual camera, my microphone. Let me just set this up. So let's see what big baby Flacco's got to say for himself. This is who we're talking to. This is who we're about to check in with, all right? Community service, court ordered, Savage ordered community service with a real Family of Savages member, okay? All right? Followed by Khadija, so you know it's real. Okay? Just got to set up. Right. We're going to be checking in with a certain individual. Um, it ain't entertaining when you got technical issues, that's for sure. I've sent the invite. So look, we're gonna check in with my man any minute, all right? It's about to be popping. It's about to go off. It's about to go crazy, okay? I'm nervous, all right? This is one of the Family of Savages. Look, 30, my guy, baby Flacko, with the members, all right? The big man himself, John Wick. Lil Reese in them. You know he rolled Lil Reese in them, man. What Lil Reese related question should I ask? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Up in here, bro. Up in here. We got some mutual connections, but I hope it's positivity, man. I'm pushing peace. Apparently he's pushing peace too. Apparently he's pushing peace. But I don't know. Maybe he won't pull up. Might not happen. Might not happen, man. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll baby floppo, man. But let's see. Let's wait. Let's see. Where's my man? Where's my man at? Don't know. Maybe he's a no-show. Maybe I'll live to get pressed another day. Bro, there's been a few pressings going on lately. I'm not ready to reveal the extent of the pressings that have been occurring behind the scenes. There's been a few pressings happening that I need to get off my chest. I need to clear the air at some point, like Tay and them. But shit, man, shit. Where's my man? Where's my man? Shit, man, we're having some technical issues. Shit might not pan out. Shit might not pan out, gang. Let me see. I've joined. He's saying he can't join the link. I've joined. I joined in another browser. I did have a similar problem like this the other day with Big Mike the Jeweler, but I'm on it. I've got to be honest with you. I feel like maybe Big Mike the Jeweler wasn't on it. Let me see. Let's try. We're trying another link. We might be in here. Let's see. Hello, hello.
Hello. I'm good.
Yo, what's good, bro? All right, we're in here with baby Flacko, man. Let me just get my settings right so I can get you looking all big and legit. Pause. 1 sec.
Oh,
Okay, let me just All right, yeah, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Okay, so good to check in with you, man. Baby Flacko, one of the family of savages most recommended, man. So what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. So listen, you've come onto my radar through the same team that, you know what I'm saying, are responsible for Tay Savage. You know what I'm saying? I had my little back and forth with Tay Savage. So what's the situation, man? What's the family of savages feeling about me these days?
Personally, I enjoy your content. Personally, I have none of that. That's all on that side. I'm chilling.
Okay.
I'll mess with Chapel around soon.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear, man. I was a little bit worried, man. I wasn't sure because when I last spoke to Tay, we kind of squashed things. And then I see him on No Jumper a few days ago talking about he wasn't really rocking with me. So I was kind of like, damn, I might need to do a little more diplomacy. But you know what I'm saying? If I'm good in your book, I feel like that's a start. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we're good. We're good. I mess with your content for sure.
Okay, lit. So I've been learning a little bit about you, man. You know, you're coming out of LA. I feel like LA is a crazy city when it comes to hip hop, man. Because I feel like LA's been responsible for like so much important music, like so much like, you know, gangster rap was literally born in LA, but it's like LA's kind of gone up and down over the years. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite artists over the last few years was Draco the Ruler. obviously rest in peace, man. You know, that was heartbreaking when he went out. But you know, what's your thoughts on like LA rap? You know, the where LA rap is at these days in like 24.
Man, LA rap is non-existent. I feel like it's nowhere where it used to be for sure. Like we don't have no say in the game for real. I'm not gonna lie. Like LA rap is nowhere to be found for real.
So like, what's the city where you feel like people have got the most attention? Because like you're from LA, right? You're kind of like you're over there, but you're aligned with a lot of rappers that are big out of Chicago, and they're
Yeah.
kind of like their whole scene, which is like a really big thing. Like Chicago music's got this crazy energy to it. So like, where do you feel like that your energy is? Like, do you see yourself as like an LA rapper? Or are you bringing something different to the table?
For sure, I bring something different to the table. A lot of people say I sound like G Herbo. Like
Mm,
I have like a Chicago, Atlanta, like Southern type
mm.
of energy.
You
None of my music sounds like West Coast at all.
you got like an aggressive delivery. Like I've been listening to some of your music, and I feel like you kind of like come at it like, you know, you like bring like a high energy to the track. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's so many different like vibes, especially when it comes to LA rap. Like someone like Draco, he had a very like kind of toned down, like almost like you could almost like hear the lean on his breath when he's rapping. It's like it's a slow vibe, but then you're kind of bringing that aggressive vibe. Like G Herbo, I'd say as well. Yeah, he's someone I really like with that aggressive vibe. Like there's that new Herbo did a feature on that track. What was it, Gun Class? And like when he comes on the on when his verse hits, he just comes in like so aggressively. It just hits differently, man. So like he's definitely someone I've been appreciating. But that's who you getting compared to.
For sure, G Herbo. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, G Herbo for sure.
So you kind of got your name right. Am I right in thinking that you kind of got a little bit of inspiration from ASAP Rocky?
Nah, actually no.
I thought I thought Flacco, like Flacco. I thought it
No,
was
no,
like
no,
the
no.
ASAP Rocky type thing.
So basically, when I'm Latino, I'm black and Latino. So when I was young, my grandma used to call me Flacko, which means skinny in Spanish. So like I'm
Ah.
skinny, you feel me? Baby Flacko. Like it has nothing to do with ASAP Rocky or money. Nah, it's like actually me being skinny. You feel me?
Got you. I thought it was like something to do with ASAP Rocky. Like for some reason, I see people with Flacco, but oh, so it's skinny, bro. I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, I spoke to you a little bit in the DMs. You know, we got hooked up. We got hooked up by the team, and I was interested to hear about like you're talking about like you kind of want to get yourself into like content as well as music, which I thought was really interesting. I feel like a lot of artists they're kind of scared to do the content thing, and like I feel like that was really interesting. So like I don't know if there's like people that you're watching when it comes to content or like things that you want to do to like bring the content and the rapping together in a different way. You know?
No, yeah, for sure. I be watching Kai, Aiden, like all the streamers and stuff, and I feel like all the money's in streaming. Like I don't feel like there's much money in music right now. To be
Man,
honest.
this is the thing. I don't. So it's like I don't. I stream, but this I kind of do the streaming just for fun, like to sort of
Yeah.
to really like connect with my core fan base. But like my main thing is documentaries. But like I don't even know how the music industry works, bro. I don't know how people make money off music. Like I've been seeing this thing in the news about UMG taking all their music off TikTok, and like I don't
Yeah.
even understand. Like, were they even supposed to be getting money from that? I don't know how that shit works. Like, what's your thoughts on the industry from that perspective?
I feel like streams is like dead. Like people aren't really making money off streams unless you're like Drake, may get in hundreds of millions of streams.
Mm,
I feel like most people get their money from shows, like things they do outside of music. They use their popularity from music to make money outside of music. They do live streaming, merch, shows, stuff like that, like promo. I feel like that's where artists get like most of their money right now, and even their deals, like record label deals and stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to get to the content side. Like music is cool. Like I feel like my skill level of music is like up there, but
mm.
content, I feel like people want to hear me, see me. So that's what I'm trying to do for.
I feel like I feel like a lot of rappers they're kind of scared or like they ain't really they're not trying to be in content like they're shy or they don't want to put themselves out there. But the people that
Yeah,
do that, I feel like do really well. You know, you got people like I mean, was it DDG was kind of like big on YouTube, sort
yeah,
of
yeah,
early in his career, and I know he took all of his vlogs down, but it's like that shit kind of hit differently when he was like a big YouTuber in his own right. You know, I seen like Young and Ace in like vlogs with his girlfriend, and like I feel like I even seen Young Boy like in a vlog with his wife. It's like there's so many different little like content avenues that people like rappers and the people around them are going down. I feel like that's really interesting. So I feel like it would be interesting to kind of like see how you approach that. And I feel like you're like a youngin in the game, so I feel like people are more receptive to you doing shit differently as well.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like all the streamers are young. Like the streamers are like 20, 21 years old. Like they're all young for us. So I feel like that's the route to go for sure. Like taking it serious streaming.
For sure, man. I feel like it's a smart move. So
Yeah.
listen, man. I've been scrolling. I've been creeping on your Instagram. Pause. But I've been doing
Oh,
doing my homework. Okay, I've been doing my little research into you.
yeah.
Okay, and I see you hanging out at No Jumper. Obviously, I'm good friends with Adam. I see you up in there with Reese and Tay Savage, man.
Yeah.
What was that like as far as like, because I know Tay and Reese, like they've gone to No Jumper and a lot of different platforms and done like real legendary interviews. Like what's it like being in the room and being part of that crew when you're kind of rolling with those sorts of individuals?
I really just be inspired. I'm like, one day this is gonna be me. I'm meeting everybody. Like Remo, shout out Remo.
Mm.
He talks to me every day. Shout out Remo. Um, just being around the people, like making history, it's just inspiring. For I grew up watching No Jumper, so like being there is like really a blessing for me. You feel me? Like I've been like since like XXX and
Mm.
like Trippy Red. I've been watching No Jumper.
I feel like a lot of people, I feel like especially if they like Chicago music, like they grew up listening to Chief Keef and Lil Reese and like hanging out with Lil Reese. Even Tay, like Tay obviously was away for a long period of time, but like he was sort of there in Chicago hanging around with Reese and a lot of the most famous people that are big now. Like what's the conversation like when you're hanging out with someone like Tay Savage or Lil Reese? Like what's the vibes like? Is it fun being around them? Like I'll be keep it real with you. I imagine like Tay's very serious, and like I wouldn't want to say the wrong thing to Tay or Reese, but maybe you're feeling a bit more comfortable in them situations.
Bro, they're human beings. Like
Mm.
they goof around, they play. Like, of course, when it's time to get serious, they're serious people. But like, they're humans. They're not serious 24/7. Like, they like to have fun. They're pushing peace. Like they say, they pushing peace. So,
Yeah, man, I respect what Tay's doing with the push and peace, man. I feel like we need to see more of that, especially out of Chicago, man. There's been so much negativity. Obviously the FBG duck trial just went down. Like, there's just been so much bad stuff to come out of Chicago that, like, man, I want to see more push and peace. And I want to see more positivity and shit like that. So, you know what I mean? I feel like that'd be that's just the way to go. And I respect what they're doing, like pushing that kind of stuff.
yeah, for sure. Me too. I respect it.
So listen, man. One of my guys on my team, I was talking to him, and I was saying I'm gonna have a call with Baby
I can't
Flacko.
hear you.
Oh, you lost me.
Oh
Yo yo
wait.
yo.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. One of my team, I was talking to him about you, and I was saying I'm about to do an interview with Baby Flacco, and he said to me he'd sent me a video of you with a rocket launcher.
yeah. Hey, bro. Hey, that's a prop, bro. That's a prop.
Is it a prop rocket launcher, bro? I feel like there's been a couple Chicago like folks like Rondo number 9 and that. Wait, I'm gonna put it on screen. Hang on, let me see if I can show people this. This is Baby Flacco with a rocket launcher. But bro, I feel like it's almost like a cheat code. Rappers be getting seen with a rocket launcher and then they're blowing up the next week.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can show this. Bro, like that looks crazy. Is that got off white? It had an off white like strap on the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy. They had the rocket launcher with drips, man. That was nuts. So what was that? Were you gonna do shooting a music video with the prop rocket launcher?
um, I just happened to be somewhere where there was a rocket launcher.
I think I seen Tay with a rocket launcher. Is it the same one or was it a different one?
Oh, you talking about the one with J-Man?
Yeah,
That's
yeah. A
no,
different rocket launcher, bro. His Chicago man's got too many rocket launchers tucked away, bro. It's not the one. But so you're a young dude, but you've dropped quite a lot of music, right? Like I see your Spotify, you got quite a lot of tracks and like 2 full projects out. From what I've seen. So like, I don't know how have you managed to stay so productive? Because there's a lot of rappers that ain't dropped a full project yet.
Well, I feel like I got a cheat code. Like I feel like I got a system to where I drop super consistently, and I'm building. Every time I drop, I'm building my platform. So I feel like that's the only way. People, some songs may miss, some songs hit. So I'm flooding the market. One is gonna hit. So that's how I think of it. It's like just flood the market. If I'm a smaller artist, so if I drop a song, wait a month, and the song doesn't really do nothing really, it's like so for me, if my song doesn't do anything, I'm on to the next song.
Mm.
You feel me?
I
So
feel like the thing you're doing, like you were already talking about doing the content, but like I feel like what's interesting is, like I say, with the rocket launcher and like there's a few other like YouTube shorts, like you promote your music with like YouTube shorts and like content, like little pieces of content of the music. I feel like that's smart, and a lot of up and coming rappers like they don't really want to make the effort to do something different and to do that. So like what's your reasoning as far as like how you promote your music? Because it's like nowadays I feel like you got to make a song and then you got to damn near build like a whole marketing campaign around it to even get people interested. So like how do you approach that? Like when you finish a song, do you feel like there's so much more to be done?
yeah, no, for sure. I feel like you can do so much with a song. You can promote. I feel like, all right, like for example, a big artist they drop one song, one single, and they do freestyle music video. They do an interview to promote the song. They do a whole bunch for the all around that one song. So I feel like you have to put as much content out as possible with the song. You know, especially if one is like very catchy, like people like the song, like might as well put hella content out so they can consume it and be like, oh yeah, I like this song, like for to get new fans and stuff.
Yeah, man, that makes sense. I feel like a lot of people kind of they don't really just they don't want to do that. Like I feel like obviously it's fun being a rapper, being in the studio, rapping, making songs. Like obviously that's the best part of the job. But obviously there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. You know, you got to do a lot of these things around it. So like it's kind of you gotta put in the legwork if you want your music to be successful, right? Rather than just rapping all the time.
Yeah, no, for sure. The art part is the easy part. Like
Mm,
that's the easy part. Like that's a whole bunch of good artists who get 0 views. So
mm.
you know,
So you're from LA, right?
yeah, born and raised.
What part of LA did you grow up in?
West LA, Mid City area.
Okay, so like I've been to LA maybe like I want to say maybe like four or five times. Like I love LA. Every time I go there, it's
Yeah,
lit. It's so much fun. I don't want to leave. But like
yeah.
I'm still kind of learning like all the best areas. Like sometimes I think like maybe I should move to LA, but I don't know where to. I don't know where to live. So like, can you break it down to me like? Like just like what are the different areas of LA? Like what are the most important? Like obviously I know the famous areas like Compton and Inglewood and like all these like famous areas of LA, but it's kind of like there's so much to it. It's like its own universe. So like maybe like
All
break
right,
it down to me the LA kind of structure.
all right. So LA, I feel like nowhere you should feel too comfortable. Like nowhere. Like I feel like people who are searching for like you know that type of like
Mm,
stuff. You feel me? They're going to the high end parts of LA. So I feel like don't be comfortable nowhere in LA. First of all,
mm,
um, there's West LA, there's the Valley, there's Mid City, South Central LA, Compton. Well, Compton is not really LA, but we don't consider Compton LA. But there's Inglewood,
mm,
and there's downtown LA, and then there's East LA. Right? That's like the structure of LA. And I feel like most of the industry is like in Hollywood, Beverly Hills area, like like North LA, like Northern LA. That's like where you would probably be at. Like, you feel me? All the stores, all the music buildings, the what's it called? Just everything is there. Like I feel like that's the only place you really need to be at. You
mm,
feel me?
mm.
Unless you're doing like a vlog, like do you plan on doing any hood vlogs or like anything like that?
I kind of want to do that. I don't really know the areas to go to. Like when I was in LA recent, I did a debate with like Sharp on No Jumper, and he was kind of on
Yeah.
my case, and he was saying like, oh, you do these documentaries about hoods and gangsters, but you don't go to them places, and
Yeah.
I was kind of like, yeah, that's fair. Like I'm trying to go to them places, but I don't know who to go to. Like I'm not actually connected in that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
I'm good with Google and research and watching interviews and shit. But like I'm trying to do that. So like what areas obviously, you ain't gonna be snitching on anyone, but like what are the
Yeah.
sort of areas of LA that would be good for like a hood vlog or for me to go and meet some of the people?
Um, Compton, Inglewood, South Central, and it's like LA is very structured when it comes to like the streets and stuff. So I feel like you just have to meet one person who's like high ranked in that area, which talk about off stream, but like and it's not hard. It's not
Mm.
hard, especially if you're like you post it. You're like, oh, somebody like I'm trying to do this in this area, and somebody's gonna respond to you for sure. Like if you go out looking for it, you're gonna find it for sure.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
So I really want to come back to LA and do some of that, man. I want to go to some of these different areas, and not even just like hood vlogs, but also just
yeah,
like I want to meet some of the rappers that are big now and see how they're living, and then also meet the people that are kind of coming up and are at the early stage in their career, you know, coming from the streets and still dealing with some of those situations. Like, I want to show both sides of that. There's like a
yeah,
documentary I really want to do in LA, but it's a more of like a bigger project. So like,
yeah.
yeah, that's something I'm going to build up over time. But I'm definitely going to head out there again soon, man. I want to kind of link up with Adam and No Jumper and them again, and like
Yeah,
I
for
don't know,
sure.
it's
Let me
always
know.
good times locking in with those people. But so like obviously you're kind of tapped in with a lot of those guys in Chicago, with like
Yeah.
Tay and Reese. Do you ever go to Chicago?
No, I never been.
I've never been either. I'm trying to go soon, but I don't know.
Yeah, me
Like,
too, low key. I'm trying to go. Like, I'm just trying to see what it's about. Cause every time I see like Chicago on like a YouTube video, it looks like ghost town. Like, it looks like
mm.
nobody's outside. Like, it feels like people are scared to walk outside. I really just want to see how it looks for real.
Yeah, the thing about Chicago is it's kind of like, I don't know, it's this like famous place from all of these songs, and like you hear all these stories of all the stuff that goes on there. Like the way that music will have you thinking about it, it'd be like it's a real life GTA server, and as soon as you get out, there's just bullets flying. But I feel like in real life, there's probably a lot of different sides. You know, there's obviously like a lot of tourist spots to go to, and like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not just trying to go to O Block and 63rd. Like, I want to go and see the Bean and shit and all the famous Chicago stuff, you know?
Yeah, now I hear so much bad stuff about Chicago. I don't even know. I know the Beam, but like I don't know nothing but about Chicago, but like the bad stuff that people be saying.
I,
Like
I,
really,
I would have gone shopping in the Gold Coast, but I feel like that ain't the one anymore.
what's that?
Just like, well, you know, with all the shit that happened with Duck, like, you know,
Okay,
that was meant to be
okay.
like a nice area, and then shit's going down, shootouts going on there. It's kind of like, damn, like, where am I supposed to go? But
I mean, that's something. Is that like a reoccurring thing, or that just was that one situation? Like,
bro, I ain't trying to find out, to be honest.
okay.
But nah, bro, it's definitely somewhere I want to go, man. I feel like it would be good for you as well. You know, you're tapped in with Tay and kind of all of them different people. It would be cool to see you out there, man. But yeah, man, LA's somewhere I'm trying to get and spend a little bit more time there too. You know what I mean? It's pretty sick. Like just being there, bro. The food in LA's fire too. Like, what kind of food are you be eating when you're over there?
Shit. Mexican food. We got
Mm,
the best Mexican food. They say it's between us and Texas. I feel like we got the best Mexican food for sure, and we
yeah,
got
man.
all the high end restaurants.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. When I'm in LA, it's almost like I don't even really even need to check where I'm eating. It's just everywhere's fire. Like everything I do is just on point and just so good. Like, man, UK food's kind of trash, to be honest. I don't know if you've ever been to the UK.
I have. I've been
Oh,
to.
for
I
real?
went
You've
to.
been to the UK?
Yeah, I went to London when I was younger.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
I
What?
did. But it's so. I'm not trying to trash. Like you feel me, but it's dirt. Like it's dirty. Like why is it so dirty?
Yeah, for real, it is dirty. You know what it is, man? It's because it rains all the time, and then it's like very muddy, and it's like it all just gets dirt. There's just dirt everywhere. I feel like it is a very dirty, muddy, like greasy, dusty place. Like in the summer, it's super nice. Like, what time of year did you come to the UK?
Christmas.
Yeah,
I
Christmas.
went.
That's the thing. It's like wet and like sometimes it's snowy. It's all just like it's all grimy. But like in the summer, London is lit. Like London is such a good place to be in the summer. You know, being outside, partying, walking around, going to the park. Like London's so beautiful in the summer, man. You know you gotta come and experience it in the good seasons.
Yeah, I had like. I guess I had a bad. I mean, it wasn't a bad experience for real, but like I was just like it felt like New York because I used to live in New York when I was younger. I
Mm.
lived there for like a year. It reminded me of New York, low key.
Yeah, it is kind of like New York. New York's kind of like a bigger London with like just a little bit more intense. But like, yeah, man. So what age were you when you went out there? Was it like recent or a long time ago?
It was like 5 years ago.
Okay. So do you remember like what areas of London you went to? Any of the ends?
Yeah, I went to the Queen, the what's it called? Like where the Queen be at?
Oh, the palace, yeah, Buckingham Palace, yeah.
I went to the palace.
Mm,
I went to the Parliament
mm.
building. I went to there's like a shopping center where there was like lights for Christmas. They had hella like Christmas lights. It reminded me like of like somewhere in LA.
Mm,
I don't know if you know, but it's like the called the Promenade. It reminded me of that.
mm.
I was only there for like I was doing like a Europe trip. I only was there for like 2 days. For real.
Yeah, man, Europe. That's the thing. It's like once you get to the UK, you can kind of go to all these other spots in Europe like quite easily, man. So that's good. That's cool, man. Like it's good that you're seeing the world. You know, I feel like I don't know. I speak to a lot of Americans, and obviously, like America's got so much good shit going on. It's almost like why would you even leave? Like you could just go to Miami, or you could go to Montana, or you could go to all these different climates in your own country. But I feel like some people kind of looks like why even bother going to the UK? But that's cool that you did, man. Did you go to Did you go to like Paris or anywhere else on your kind of your
Yeah,
Europe
no. So
tour?
for my Europe trip, I went to Barcelona and Paris and London.
Barcelona,
But yeah,
Paris, and London. Yeah, what do you think of Barcelona?
it wasn't what I thought because like I was uneducated. I thought it was gonna be like brown Hispanic people from like how like
Mm.
South America is like brown Hispanic people. It was all white people speaking Spanish. Like I know that sounds like dumb that I didn't know that, but I that's not what I expected. But it was just white people. It was calm. It was cool. It was cool. Nah, I liked it.
I
It
never
was
would have
cool. It
thought
was
of
fun.
that. Like, if you're coming from LA, yeah, you're expecting to see more like Mexican, Latino people, but then
Yeah,
it's like Spanish people. It's like they're sort of like European Spanish. It's like a different. I guess it's like a different flavor of Spanish, but like you were
yeah.
probably expecting one thing. That's funny that that's what you're thinking. I've heard Barcelona's kind of got some like dangerous parts. I've not looked into it much. Like I'm doing a couple stories about like European gangsters and shit like that, but I haven't done Spain. But I've heard Barcelona gets kind of active. So yeah.
True. Nah, when I was there, it was actually, they got like a pickpocketing like
Mm.
type of thing for like tourists. Like that didn't happen to me, but like I think that's what I heard when I went out there for the first time.
Yeah, I heard there's a lot of that, and like people like stealing watches and shit. There's like watch crime. That's like a big thing in London. Like people getting their Rolexes snatched and shit. That's a huge thing right now.
No, I heard that from Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Like Andrew Tate, yeah, said that like in one of his
Do you,
interviews
do
or
you,
whatever.
do you fuck with Andrew Tate?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like he's
He low,
guilty or innocent?
he's innocent
You think
for
he's
sure.
innocent?
I feel like when you reach a certain level of influence and power, people try to tear you down anyway.
Mm, mm.
They can't, to be honest.
I feel like Tate is a very entertaining guy, and I feel like he's very good at talking. I feel like he's such a master of like twisting shit around and making himself seem good. But like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait for that trial, man. I kind of like, don't
Yeah,
know.
he's innocent until
Free,
proven guilty.
free Andrew Tate, man.
Bring Andrew Tate,
Got to
man.
free the Tates. I feel like
Yeah,
if they free the Tates and then he just keeps doing some mad stuff, I feel like they're gonna assassinate him. They're gonna take him out. So I don't know. Maybe they need to keep him in jail for his own safety.
I mean, he's on house arrest, but like, but okay, if that does happen, we know for a fact it was done and it was planned. You
Mm,
know,
mm. You know what? I
like
always wonder, man. You always get these dudes, and they say shit like that, and that like Tate is always saying like, I would never kill myself, like I'd never commit suicide. But I feel like
yeah,
there's part of me that feels like, ah, man, if he was gonna do that, I feel like he would say that and then kill himself, and then like make himself this like martyr of some crazy shit. I don't know. I feel like he's just like so tapped in the head, bro. I don't know if I trust that guy.
nah, I don't think anybody who's living that type of life wants to die for real, for real. Like, I don't think he
Yeah.
wants to die. Like, he would not take his own life. I don't think it's that deep. Like, I think he wants to be here.
I feel like though, if they gave him like 40 years, if they were like, "Yo, guilty, all charges, we're gonna hit you with like 40 years," he might be like, "Yo, you know what? Might have to dip."
I hope not.
I hope not too. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, man.
That's
I
a
hope he
crazy
gets a
wish.
fair
That's a
trial.
crazy.
But shit, man, he was the most famous guy out here for a minute. Tate was running it
Yeah.
up like crazy for a minute.
I mean, he did kind of fall off a little bit, but he's still up there, I think.
I feel like it's tough, bro, because you can never really maintain, like, you can't maintain your run at the top forever. Like, even someone like Drake, it's like,
I was just think I was that was the first person that came to my head.
you know what's crazy? Like, what do you think of Drake? You like Drake?
I love Drake, yeah, for sure.
I love Drake too, man. I think Drake's fire. I just feel like it's crazy to think that like, you know, I don't know about you, but like when I was a kid, you know, Michael Jackson was like the biggest artist. People would talk about Michael Jackson like, yo, this guy's the king of pop. This is the biggest. Ain't no one ever gonna be bigger than Michael Jackson. And like, to be honest, bro, like I would say Drake has surpassed Michael Jackson, and like Drake's still out here going and he's young. But it's like, bro, in the next 5 years, like we might have a new person come through that's bigger than Drake, you know? And it's like only takes like 10 years for somebody to actually come through and like build a whole legacy, you know?
Yeah, I always feel like I always like say like, nah, there can't be, and then somebody does come. Like I always be like, nah, there can't be, and then somebody else comes. Like Drake was that person for sure. Like he,
I,
like
I wonder, man. It's almost like, you know, it's not quite the same, but it's almost like, you know, when Kanye, before Drake really blew up, it was like he wasn't like Michael Jackson level, but he was like a real superstar. And then like you
oh
could
yeah,
tell that he was like jealous of Drake's come up, and they started beefing and shit. But like, bro, it's gonna be crazy for Drake. Like he's lived at the top for his whole life, and then if somebody else comes out that's popping, that can sing and can rap, and is like cool and just sells millions of records, like, bro, that's gonna be crazy. Like if somebody actually overtakes Drake.
I mean it's possible. I feel like the whole music industry is declining anyways though.
Yeah, I hear people saying that. I feel like the lines between like music and content just keep getting blurred, and I feel like at a certain point, it's kind of like it ain't really. You're not really gonna be like a rapper or a musician. You're just gonna be a content creator, and whatever you make. Like you see, like Ben Shapiro dropping a song the other day. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not hear. I seen something about like he was talking about Nicki Minaj or something like that.
Yeah, he did a song with I think Tom McDonald, and like that shit was going super viral. And it's just like, bro, Ben
Out
Shapiro,
already?
huh?
It's out.
It's out, yeah. I think just a couple, maybe only like a day or two ago. But
Okay, yeah.
shit, bro, everyone's rapping now. I see even who's that? DDG and Austin McBroom had a song out as well. Shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Just so many crossovers, man. But I feel like that's the vibe moving forward, man. That's what it's gonna be like.
No, yeah, for sure. Kai got that little a whole AMP group got a cipher.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. AMP got a cipher.
Yeah, they got two ciphers.
No way,
Yep.
bro. I need my own. I need a Trap Lord Ross cipher, man. I need to get.
Watch it. You're gonna see how long that it been came out. Like probably
Damn,
like,
yeah. There's two of them. That's crazy.
yeah.
AMP cipher, bro. I need to make a cipher.
No, yeah, for sure. When you come out to LA,
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I need to get a cipher, bro. I need to get popping. I need to get all the best rappers, bro. All the
Oh, yeah,
up and
for
comers,
sure.
the new, like the fresh blood. You know what I'm saying? New people that are coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
So who are you fucking with music wise right now? Like who are you trying to shout out? Who do you feel like would be a good collab?
A good collab. Give me a second to think about this because Rilo, that's one of my favorite artists. Rilo, Quando Rondo. Let me see. Lil Zay Osama, free him. That's my favorite artist too.
I'm glad you said Quando, man, because I feel like everybody hates on Quando, but like, bro, he's such a great artist, bro. His music is genuinely like is amazing, and obviously some situations happened and made it a little bit more difficult for him. But just the music, just look at the music, bro. Quando is just hits different, man.
Yeah, like just separate the art from the artist. You could think whatever you want, but Quando, people like Quando before the situation. So why are you gonna switch up now? Like his music is only. I feel like his music got a little bit better for sure. So
yeah, that's so true, man. I feel like that last tape that he dropped, The Recovery, some of the best music he's ever dropped, bro. I feel like that track was like damn near. I'd probably give that track that album like a 9 out of 10. Like I feel like
that was favorites. Like he dropped that like 3-4 months ago, right?
Yeah, I think it was like just the start of the first half of last year, I think.
Okay.
Or yeah, so. But yeah, man, that shit was hitting. But so like, what do people need to look out from you, man? Like, what's coming up? What do people need to know about now that you're on their radar?
Shoot, I just dropped a song called "Real Pain." Literally, 12 last night. I mean, I don't know what time zone everybody's in, but it's out now. Real Pain today. So
I'm gonna show people. I'm gonna show people now. I won't play the song in case I get in trouble, but I'm gonna show people Real Pain. It's out now. Got to go and check that out.
Mm. I kind of want to start doing my Twitch stuff. I like I don't get really no viewers like that, but I like go live just to see like what I can do with the OBS and like stuff like that. I want to start playing more games and stuff because music is cool, like I said, but I feel like the content route is the wave for sure. Like I feel like that's the wave.
For sure, man. That's good that you're doing that, and you got to just be perseverant. You got to just persevere with it, because the thing about doing the streams and especially gaming, it's like when you start that shit off, you're not gonna get good numbers, and that's just part of it. But that's an opportunity for you to like work it out, learn how to use the software, like practice being entertaining, and sitting on there for 2-3 hours to like get used to that shit, so that when you do blow up and you start getting really big numbers, you're ready and you know how to do it and you're entertaining. Because I think a lot of people, they start and then they don't get crazy numbers on the first go, and then they think, oh fuck this shit, it's a waste of time. But it's like you got to just get started, get in the flow, and then it's like you have a couple clips go viral, you have a couple of like special guests pop up, and then suddenly, like before you know it, your streams will be lit, and then you're just you'll be away. But it's like I think a lot of people get discouraged at the start and don't push through to make something great.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a race. I feel like you build your. It's nothing in life is easy. If it's easy, it's gonna leave just as fast as it came. So I feel like you have to build yourself up slowly, 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 and before you know it, by the end of the year, you're gonna have this amount of fans, and the next year you're gonna double that, triple that. So I feel like, and then those fans they're here to stay. If you get your fan, like if you blow up one day, there's nothing wrong with that. Get your money, that's cool. But those fans they're not even fans. They're just people who listen to your music for the moment. You feel me? Fans are forever, I feel like.
For sure, man. Once you make that connection with people, that's the thing. I feel like there's a difference between being like, a one-hit wonder and like having the longevity. And I feel like that's like really building a long-term connection with your fans, creating something that people are going to like fuck with long-term, and they're not just here for like the drama or like something crazy that you've done. So I feel like you got the right attitude, man. I'm excited. I'm glad to have checked in with you. You know what I'm saying? As you keep growing, hopefully we'll check in again. And I'm excited for you, man. I've been enjoying your music, and yeah, man, I'm glad that we're tapped in.
Yeah, I like to shout out my team, Back Talk, and my dad. You feel me? My pops, Iceman, for helping me in the industry. He's you had conversations with my pops.
Yeah. I tapped in with him, man. I know that he does a lot for Tay, and like, what I'm saying, they're working really hard, like everything that they've been doing for Tay, and like I know that they're trying to make a lot of shit happen. Like we had a conversation, and like I can really see the hard work that goes into what he's doing and the way that he's pushing his artists. And I feel like, obviously me and Tay had our little conversation, but like I've been a huge fan of Tay. Like I'm a fan of him, his team, like everything you guys are doing. So I appreciate you, man, and I appreciate Bag Talk. I feel like there's very special things on the way for everyone involved in the team.
Thank you for having me. Shout out Back Talk for sure.
I appreciate you, man. Well, I'll catch up with you again very soon.
For sure.
Thank you for checking in, my man.
Come out to LA, man.
For sure, bro. Next couple months, I'm gonna come through. We're gonna do an in-person link up, and we're gonna make something real special.
All right, let's do it.
Appreciate you, man. Peace out.
All right.
There we go, baby Flacko in the building. All right. I'll be honest with you, people. Okay, I'll be honest with you, people. I was slightly pressed, but I want to support Tay, his team, Bag Talk. I kind of fuck with what they got going on, you know what I'm saying? I want to be tapped in, and you know what I'm saying? Look, we're working on a few things. We're trying to make the in-person Trap Law Ross, John Wick, Tay Savage interview happen, all right? But that shit ain't going to happen overnight, you know what I'm saying? So there's going to be, I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to understand the whole team. I got to understand the whole vision, the whole movement when it comes to the family of savages, all right? I'm trying to work my way into the family, all right? Like some kind of stepbrother. Pause. That's a long pause. But anyway, people, we're going to move on to something else now.